Forecast. I'm Joseph, the host of the UFC Forecast, alongside the co-host Loaf, and we're back for the early predictions and betting breakdown for UFC Vegas 77, back at the Apex. But first, we're going to do a quick recap of UFC 290, starting off with the prelims. I'm going to pull up my picks here first. I went 7-0 starting off the card, and then Nico Price, he got slept by Robbie Lawler, and we all wanted that to happen. But we didn't think it was going to be that easy, Loaf?
No, not at all, man.
Couple uppercuts, and that was it for Nico. You can't trust his chin.
No, I was on Lawler at first, too, but then I just thought Price was, Lawler was getting too old and stuff, but he still had it in him, man.
Still got that dog.
Good retirement fight for him.
And my dog, Denise Gomes, she got it done against Yasmin. Some people thought that was an early stoppage, but man, dear, she dropped her, and then I got a lot of unanswered shots. She got it done. I bet her in the first round. I bet her by knockout, and I bet her to win. So join that Patreon. It's only $5 a month, exclusive and early access to all of our bets.
Yeah, crazy too. We have 4 fights were under a minute KO on this card. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty good for International Fight Week. A bunch of very good fights. It was an epic card. Bo Nickel got that knockout against Val Woodburn
very quickly.
I was kind of surprised.
All respect to him though for taking that fight. Short notice against Bo Nickel, but it was bound for fail, man. Especially short notice. So. Bo Nickel's the real deal.
Yeah, he is the real deal. Woodburn, his chin, I don't know.
And Nickel's got some KOs, man. He's not just a wrestler. He's getting some knockouts in there.
Yeah,
too.
His hands were quick. He put those strikes together pretty quick.
Yeah, were they ever in and out? He was just in out, tagging him.
And then Jalen Turner, my lock of the week, he was next, and that head kick almost put out Dan Hooker, and Hooker stayed alive and got it done by split decision. Turner fucking gassed,
Yeah, it was
not happy about that, man.
Yeah, three big upsets in a row, man. Turner, Whitaker, and then Marino to get that belt taken away. Whitaker especially, man. I don't think many people had Duplessis, man.
No,
Whitaker,
man.
I thought he would take that all day long, but Duplessis caught him.
Izzy manifested it though, I guess. Izzy's ready for the African battle.
Yeah, I don't think he beats Izzy, but
you
never know. I guess I didn't think he was going to beat Whitaker. So
yeah, we didn't think he was going to beat Whitaker. We didn't think he was going to make it to the title fight, and now he's en route to the title fight because Izzy was in that octagon and they squared off face to face. And you called Pantoja to get that upset.
Yeah, I like Pantoja a lot, man. I from the get go, I liked him to win this one. So yeah, it was good on him to pull it out. Got
the knockdown. He got the takedowns with the control of time. He's a cannibal, man. Yeah. And we did a shoey bet on that one, so we got to pull that one up. All right, I'm doing another shoey. The Assassin Baby, Brandon Moreno, lost a close split decision to the Cannibal, and he surely looked like a cannibal. He was really good on the feed. He had 6 out of 11 takedowns, 8 minutes control time, had a knockdown. Alexandra Pantoja is the new champion in the flyweight division. And Lowe's avoiding another shoey. He's only done one for the forecast history, I think. Maybe 2, because he pussied out on 1, but I completely missed. Whoops. I don't pussy out. I'll wear the boot with pride. And in the main event, Alexander the Great Volkanovski got it done by KO. I single bet it. I knew it was live. I know you were going Yair Loaf, but
like I said, I had to go just because of previous fights, man. I knew Volk most likely had it, but I had to go with
there's clearly levels to the game. He just fought Islam.
Yeah.
And next up, he's fighting your favorite fighter.
Ilya, man.
What do you think about that? Who's winning that one?
And yeah, like I said to Ryan,
they also faced off.
Very well, I know that Volkanovski most likely will take it, man. This guy's known for being the best in the world right now. But I have to go with Ilya, man, especially since he's my favorite fighter. He's never lost for me before. I have to go with him again.
Yeah. Ilya, I don't know if he's getting it done. Like I said, there's levels to this. I like Ilya a lot.
Ilya's still young. He has a long way to go. But
one thing you mentioned, it could be Volk's toughest fight.
I think it will be his toughest.
Might not be a...
You can't put Ilya out easy, as we saw against Johnny Herbert. He doesn't go out there easy.
And he's very good on the ground, too. He can get those submissions.
Hungry guy.
He's going to test Volk, but I think Volk's going to get that one done by a decision. I was calling a decision on the last 3 fights down the card. I was wrong, but started off really good on the prelims. 9 for 3 on the picks. Pretty good night. So everybody, let's pour a drink. Let's make some more money here at the Apex. Taking the sunglasses off. It's kind of fucking with me.
The thing I am excited to see, though, is that no one in that division hits like Poirier, and I don't think Alex Volkanovski has taken a hit like Poirier. So that's the thing I want to see.
Yeah, if Volk can take the hit, because Volk has never really been rocked other than Max Holloway. Max Holloway doesn't really have that power.
He doesn't have power. He has accuracy, and, he puts it on the chin every time. He's going to wear you out. That's why so many of his wins are decisions, right? He just wears you out, strikes you perfectly, throws so many strikes, but he's not really capable of that knockout. So Ilya's capable of that knockout. So I just want to see what that leads to.
Okay, Loaf. Tell them what to do here.
Please make sure to smash the like button, suplex, subscribe. Really appreciate the support. Also join the Patreon.
Join Discord too. It's absolutely free. We have a community chat going there too. Dreadstocks is in the Discord. He had an underdog last week and Alonzo Menifield got it done. He also liked Denise Gomes. Community called that. We called some other big plays too, Loaf.
Yeah.
In the Discord. I know you're not in it, but we're going to give away $500 in that Discord, so you got to join that if you want to win the $500. And on Patreon, you can open some channels in Discord by buying that Patreon for $5 a month. That's probably the best way to support us. And don't forget to suplex that subscribe button. We really appreciate that support. We're going to kick it off with the prelims here, Loaf. We got a women's bantamweight fight. Who we got?
We got Ashlee Evans Smith versus Ailin Perez. Sketchy, women's fight starting off the card. But
just sketchy fucking fights top to bottom on this card.
Real sketchy. But I have to side with Ailin Perez. That's who I'm siding with on this one. She lost to Stephanie Edgar, and I feel like she's the more better striker in this against Ashlee Evans, who's 6-5, not a great record. So I feel like Ailin Perez will take this one.
Yeah, Evans Smith. She's 1 of 3 coming back after 2 years away, and this girl had a USADA suspension, and she's known for that big knockout win over Fallon Fox. She's the first transgender fighter, knocked her out, and that was the only loss for Fallon Fox. This girl has pretty good hands, but 2 years away, not good. USADA suspension, you don't like that either. Ailin Perez, though, she's still green in the UFC. And her last win was over an 8-5, 0-2, and 4-6. She's pretty low output on the feet, pretty low IQ. But I kind of hope she gets this one done. Ashlee Evans Smith, though, on the other hand, she's going to have that experience. She went the distance with Ketlin Vieira, Andrea Lee, Norma Dumont. She lost all of them, but her striking accuracy is pretty bad at 34%. Her takedown accuracy at 23% is horrible. Her takedown defense at 66% is going to have to hold up because I think Ailin Perez is going to take her down and control her, get it done by a decision. Sketchy as fuck. Ton of sketchy fights on this card. It's going to be tricky to pick some fights here, and some of the odds are just steamed. Odds don't make sense, but I'm not betting this women's fight, not even if there was a gun held to my head.
No.
I don't think I would, so next fight, what do we got?
Next fight, we got Alex Munoz versus Carl Deaton. And Munoz, man, this guy, if you look back in his prior fights there, he actually fought the guy with no arm. He fought the one arm fella.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So,
Holy.
And it was a decision fight. So that kind of concerns me that he went to a decision with a one-arm fighter. And, I think Carl Deaton's going to edge this one out, man. I think he's got way more experience. Munoz, 6-2, only 8 fights in total. This guy's got fucking 23 fights. So, I got to go. Lost to Joe Selecki, good competition. Split decision with Pena last time. I just feel like Carl Deaton's probably fighting the more high-level people. Yeah. So, I got to go Carl Deaton.
Yeah, he's more experienced in the cage. He's going to be better overall, but last time he was controlled for 9 minutes. He just needs to avoid the wrestling of Alex Munoz. He's the wrestling coach at Team Alpha Male. 2 years away. This is another fighter 2 years away. I won't be backing him in this fight. I like the underdog in this one, Carl Deaton. And we're talking about an underdog, Loaf. I can't come up with one yet, but at the end of the show, I'm going to figure one out. And this guy, he could be that dog on the card.
For sure.
And next up in the flyweight division, we got Tyson Nam, 39 years old, against a big prospect, Azat Maksum, 16-0. And this guy's $1.25 on Betway. Tyson Nam coming in at $3.75. I thought there was a little bit of value. Tyson Nam, he went the distance with Matt Schnell, split decision, Kai Kara-France, Sergio Pettis, man. He's been in there with some killers. I got to give him the experience advantage. But his chin, probably not going to hold up. He's getting old. He just lost to Bruno Silva and Azat here. I was going to say Azmat. He has 5 knockouts, 7 submissions, 4 decision wins. He has a good gas tank, fighting pretty decent competition. 11 years younger, man, coming from Kazakhstan, just like Shavkat. You got to think he's going to get this one done by finish against the old Tyson Nam. But I'm not going to bet it. I'm honestly not betting it. Not when he's coming in this big as a favorite. I want to see how good he is. I'm going to take some notes on this fight.
Yeah. I agree, man. It is kind of sketchy. Betting on any new fighter in the UFC is sketchy, especially against a guy with so much experience like Tyson Nam. But I think Azat's going to get this done. He's got a lot of finishes, man. He comes from the same place as Shavkat. I got to think that he's hungry. And also Tyson Nam finished last time by sub against Bueno Silva, and Azat's got a ton of subs. So I feel like Azat could definitely find that sub in this fight. So I'm going to go Azat Maksum by sub. If not the finish. Next up, we got Evan Elder against one of my favorite underdogs on this card, Genaro Valdez. And I got to go with Valdez on this one. He's fighting a little more high-level people. He's fought Natan Levy and Matt Frivola. And I mean, those guys are doing really well right now. So I got to go with Valdez, man. This guy has a killer. Got 100% finish rate. Evan Elder's last time out against Nazim, he got finished KO, and he also lost to Preston Parsons, which I don't find too impressive. So I'm going to go Valdez to get this one done by KO, if not probably a decision.
The only thing impressive about that loss was his submission defense. And Genaro Valdez, he has 100% finish rate, 7 knockouts, 3 submissions. I think Evan's in trouble on the feet here.
Yeah.
Genaro's wild, crazy.
Throws hard shots.
Throws very hard shots. I think he's going to be the more powerful striker. And Evan's last fight, the doctor had to come in there in the 3rd round and stop it. I think he could have some scar tissue that's going to open up again. He's going to be bleeding in this fight. Training with Nick Diaz Academy. They're not the highest level guys down there, let's be honest. I don't think they're getting too many wins in the UFC either. I got to go with Genaro Valdez, $3. This is another guy. I might as well make him my dog of the week. $3.
He's one of the best options.
Yeah, one of the best options, best price tag, most value in Genaro Valdez, and I think it's going to be that finish, man. Like I said,
can't understand why it's so wide, man.
I don't understand it at all. These odds at all. Like Genaro Valdez, 6 of those were in the very first round. He comes in there hot right away.
Yeah, you got to watch his gas tank though.
Yeah, he needs to watch his gas tank. That was the problem against Natan Levy. He gassed out and then he got taken down, but.
He did well against Frivola, though, too. Like, he was doing well. So, I feel like he's just more capable of having a good chin and better striking.
He got knocked down 4 times against Frivola.
Took a lot, man.
Took a lot of damage. Has a very good chin. I don't think Evan Elder's going to bring the fire in this fight to find the finish like Frivola. So, Genaro's definitely the play here. Inside the distance.
Yeah.
And next up, we got another decent underdog. Another line that doesn't make sense. 150, Melquizael Costa. I know we say that wrong, but it's Melquizael. You said it, Melquizael the first show. And Austin Lingo's 262 here. Austin Lingo just fought Nate Landwehr, lost by submission, and Melquizael lost by submission to Thiago Moises. But I think Lingo is going to have a little bit more pop behind his punches. But Costa's going to be better all around here. He has 7 knockouts, 6 submissions, so he's going to look to probably take this to the ground. He's a bit wild too. He has a lot of experience, 19-6. He's only 26 years old, so a lot more fights under his belt compared to Lingo. I don't think Lingo is going to be that high confidence of a pick for me if I do go with him. I'm going to have to look more into this fight. It's a sketchy one. Definitely not looking to bet it. I'm definitely going to have to snipe some stuff out on this card, man, because I really don't know what to do in a lot of these fights, man. A lot of 50-50 ones, and they're not priced 50-50.
Yeah, no, not at all. But I got to side with the same as you. I got to side with Costa or whatever the fuck.
I thought I was going Lingo. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
I think it's a good switch, man, honestly. This guy's got way more experience, and I believe you may have said it, but Thiago Moises was his debut, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I mean.
And it was short notice.
If you're fighting a high-level guy like that on short notice and it's your debut and you go to round 2 of him and do okay, I got to go with you, man. Austin Lingo, only 11 fights. Not too impressive. I haven't really heard of him too much, but I got to go with Costa, man. I think Costa's going to get this done, possibly by a finish as well.
Yeah, he lost to Nate the Train, and then he also lost to Yusuf Zalal by decision in his debut. His last 3 wins were by decision. Wasn't able to find the knockout. And Melquizael Costa, his last 3 wins were by finish. 2 of them were by knockout, but they're pretty low-level opponents. Both of them fought some pretty low-level guys. This is a 50-50 fight. It's not priced 50-50. That's why I was kind of going Lingo just for the value, but Costa very well could be the play here.
He could find that sub potentially as well.
I'm honestly not sure what I'm going to do on the final predictions. So stay tuned for Friday.
Next up, we got Viktorilla Dudakova versus Istela Nunes, and that's a hard name, but I think I did okay.
Yeah, it's a weird Russian name. We got the Russian vodka Tulov.
Fucking right.
Not much left of her.
And I think you got to go with Dudakova, man. Istela Nunes lost her last 3 fights, 6-4, not a great record. This girl has five of her fights are finishes, only 1 decision. And yeah, I got to go with her, man. She's actually fighting some, they're not padded records, some pretty good opponents, and she's cleaning them. So I'm going to go with Dudakova for this one. Probably a finish, if not decision. I'm not sure which way I'm going to go yet.
Yeah, we just seen this like a couple weeks ago. That 6-0 fighter came in and got the loss.
Yeah.
But this one's Russian.
Huge favorite, too.
She fought some pretty good competition. She averages 4 takedowns, going 50%. Very good with those double leg takedowns, too. Like, I think she's going to get the takedowns pretty easily here.
Yeah.
Price is the favorite, but Istela Nunes has some pop behind her punches. She is a high output fighter on the feet, but she's 0-3 in the UFC. I can't even believe she's still here.
Exactly.
Like, why are they giving her another fight?
And you can't see her losing to a girl that's undefeated, her getting her first UFC debut, getting a huge chance. You can't see her losing. I can't see it at all.
Yeah. And Viktorilla, whatever the fuck her name is, she has 4 submission wins. That submission could be very live in this fight.
Yeah, for sure. Next up, we got Tucker Lutz versus my lock, Melsik Baghdasaryan. And this is going to be a pretty good fight, I believe, man. Tucker Lutz, he doesn't go out of there easy. He's a good fighter, good brawler. But Melsik got a 7-inch reach advantage. Melsik's a crazy striker, great kickboxer, throws wild kicks, very powerful. So I know he lost last time against Culibao, and I had him, Baghdasaryan, to win that. But I think he's capable here against Tucker Lutz. I think he's going to have much better striking. So I'm going to go Melsik Baghdasaryan.
His striking wasn't too bad in his last one, though, against Culibao. But yeah, he got caught in that submission. Tucker Lutz also got caught in a submission his last time against Pineda.
Yeah.
And I think Culibao could be a little bit higher level than Pineda. Pineda does have 100% finish rate, absolute killer. But Tucker Lutz, man, other than being a good wrestler, he's not very good on the feet. Melsik Baghdasaryan's very good on the feet. Big reach advantage in this fight. I think he can keep Tucker Lutz at range here, possibly find that knockout. He has 5 knockouts, 4 of them in the first round. Melsik also has a 76% takedown defense. This is definitely a Melsik Baghdasaryan play. Could be a decision, could be that knockout, but moneyline 144, lock of the week.
Tucker Lutz's only chance is that ground.
Yeah.
And I don't think you'll
ground
be able to
game.
get it. Especially if that reach, it's going to be hard to get in on him. And like I said, you said Melsik has great takedown defense, so
yeah.
I think it's going to be Melsik on the feet.
Yeah, Tucker definitely needs those takedowns and control time to win this fight. I just see him getting pieced up on the feet against Melsik.
Everyone should watch out for that head kick, too.
And one thing to mention about the lock of the week, I can't pick a lock yet, so you're going to have to stay tuned for Friday or join our Discord so you can get early access to the locks of the week, dogs of the week, and props of the week. And if you want early access to our bets, join Patreon. It's only $5 a month for exclusive early access, all of our bets.
Next up, we got Nazim Sadykhov versus Terrance McKinney.
Glasses back on.
This one's going to be a banger, man. This one I'm still struggling who to pick.
Yeah, same.
Terrance, I mean, you know,
should be 50-50, man.
Terrance has a lot of power in his hands, man. He almost knocked out Dober. He knocked out Frivola. Nazim Sadykhov also has a lot of power, and presumably a good chin since he's never been knocked out. Terrance McKinney, knocked out 4 times out of the 5 fights, so obviously has a chin.
His chin's questionable, bro.
Yeah, so I mean, right now I'm going to side with Nazim Sadykhov. I think I got to go him in. He's, looked very good in his last couple fights. His hands are clean. So I'm going to go with Sadykhov.
Yeah, he's looking good because he's training with Weidman and Lingo MMA, with Aljamain Sterling, Merab Devashvili.
Yeah.
Terrance McKinney just made a transition to Texas. A lot of people don't know about that. He's training with Kevin Holland. Sadykhov Kakramanov also there. I was kind of lurking on Instagram. Terrance is getting good training partners now. I think he's going to be live for the submission. He has 8 submission wins and 5 knockout wins. His last 2 wins were by submission. And it's the rear naked choke that he's looking to go for. 4-inch reach advantage in this fight. I think he might find it. And he has 12 out of 13 wins by finish in the very first round. 100% finish rate. But like you mentioned, his 4 knockout losses, 3 of those were in the first round. I don't think this fight's going to last too long. This is going to be another finish like you mentioned. Nazim hits very hard. He can get the knockout here. I can see that happening within 2 rounds.
Or Terrance.
Or Terrance by submission, because on the feet, I think he's going to get cracked, man.
Yeah, and I'll have to think about this one more, like I said, because it's hard to not take Terrance at 220. That's a good price for him.
You know what? Now that I think about it, he might not get cracked. Terrance might not get cracked. He might be a little bit better on the feet, because let me pull this shit out here. Terrance even could find that knockout because training with Kevin Holland and Kevin Holland's hands, I think Terrance inside the distance is pretty well a lock. Don't play it by knockout. Don't play it by sub. I think he's getting this inside the distance. Like, they thought a lot of this guy going into the UFC. He's only fought killers. He has experience in this fight. He fought Sean Woodson, Drew Dober, Ismail Bonfim. Like, he has experience, man. He almost beat Drew Dober.
Yeah.
Nazim has fought, like, no one. And he got dropped against Evan Elder. Elder controlled him on the ground for a bit there. It was a third round finish. It was late.
Doctor stoppage.
Doctor stoppage. He shouldn't be the favorite here. I think Terrance is getting it done inside the distance.
Yeah, he very well could.
And I'm very confident in it now. He very well should be my dog of the week. And he might even be. I'm not going to officially choose a dog yet. I'll wait till Friday. In Discord, I'm going to post it after this show who the dog is. But Terrance McKinney is getting this done. He's getting back in the win column, man.
I think so, probably.
Are you going Terrance?
I don't know. I'll have to look at it, man. That's a hard one.
So stay tuned for Friday, Love. But the hat's on. Terrance McKinney is a big play for me inside the distance. I'm going to have money on it.
And next up, we got my underdog of the week, Ottman Azaitar versus Francisco Prado. And I got to go Ottman, man.
You want the hat here?
No.
Oh, yeah, he's an underdog. Yeah, he's getting this done. Look
All
at
right.
that.
But, yeah, man, like I said, I think he's going to bounce back. I think that layoff hurt him, and I think, Frivolo's a hard striker. I think he just got caught. I think Ottman, because he knows he's got to tighten it up. And against Francisco Prado, this guy's pretty new. He's very young, 21 years old. And he did do well against Malarkey, but Ottman has more power than Malarkey. So I got to go Ottman, man. I think he's going to get back in the win column here.
Ottman also has 100% takedown defense, so his takedown defense is a lot better than Malarkey as well. I can't see Prado getting those takedowns.
Also 100% finish rate.
100% finish rate as well, man. So 7-3 striking differential. He's going to piece apart Francisco Prado on the feet, who's coming from Samurai Fight House, fighting Argentinians that are 10-4, 5-2. He's not fighting the caliber of guys Ottman is. Ottman's going to finish him in the first round, 100%.
I think he's just too young, man. Too young to fight a guy like this.
Yeah, way too young. This is a big push for him. I don't know why he's the favorite. And there's a lot of traps on this card. This is definitely one, man.
Yeah.
And Ottman would have been my dog if you didn't lock him up already, bro.
Yeah, he's a good dog. Probably doesn't get much better, honestly.
No.
Next up, we got Norma Dumont versus Chelsea Chandler. And this one's sketchy as hell.
Another sketchy one.
Yeah, see,
Fuck.
like this one I haven't really made a decision on either. But, I just got to go with the experience, man, on this one, honestly. I got to go with the experience. I think Norma Dumont has that slight...
That's what it's going to come down to, man.
Yeah, I think Norma Dumont has that slight experience, man. I think she'll put up a good fight, better strikes probably. So I got to go Dumont. Like I said, I'm going to have to think about this one, though.
She's been in the UFC longer, but her last 6 wins were by a decision. She doesn't have the finishing capabilities that she's going to need in the future. And Chelsea Chandler, she does have that knockout power, right? But I don't think she's going to come in here in the debut fight and get the big knockout win that she's looking for.
No.
Norma's going to be very good on the ground, control this fight, get another big W here. And at 170, I think she's a pretty confident pick for me. Pretty good value as well at 170.
Yeah,
I'm surprised she's not a bigger favorite, honestly. Because this is Chandler's debut fight, like.
Yeah. It's gonna be a close one.
Fuck, this isn't her debut fight. And actually, this isn't Chandler's debut fight. This is her second fight. Her first fight was against Julia Storlenko.
It's a hard name.
Jesus. Storlenko. I don't even know how the fuck to say that. Knocked her in the first round, but that girl was 10-7, man. And her 2 decision wins were over a 4-3 opponent and 2-2 opponent. She's not getting this done.
No, that's pretty low level.
Yeah, very, very low level. 170, that's incredible value. I think I could take a Brazilian lock this week instead of a Brazilian underdog. But stay tuned for Friday. Like I said, I'm not locking anything in for certain yet until after I get this video edited, posted. Then I'll post it for the Discord members only.
Next up, we got an interesting one here. Walt Harris versus Josh Parisian. And this is another one, man.
Heavyweight sluggers.
This is another one. It's close for me because Walt Harris is getting really up there in age. He's 40. His cardio is what it used to be.
2 years off too. This is another guy, the third one that's been away for 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. And but with his record, man, of 13 knockouts, all of his wins are by knockout. I gotta think that he can do this, man. He's fought high level people in his career before. I think he may get this one done against Parisian, man. I think he will tag him, and Parisian's he's never felt power, I don't think, like Harris. So I got to go Walt Harris for KO on this one, honestly.
His biggest knockout win was Sergey Spivak 2019. That was a huge win. He probably seen Spivak against Derek Lewis and thought, maybe I can make a comeback here.
Yeah.
Training with John Jones, you know, seeing John Jones get the heavyweight belt. He's like, okay, like I was helping John Jones out. I can maybe make a little run here in a shitty heavyweight division. Josh Parisian could be the guy to get that knockout. And it's going to be in the first round. He has 11 first-round knockouts. He's going to need it in the first round because I think he's going to gas after the first for sure. And after that, it's going to be Josh Parisian all day after that. I'm kind of surprised Walt's the favorite here. His last 3 fights, all knockout losses. Tybura, Volkov, and Overeem. But, you know, he took 2 years off. He's fixed things up. He's been training with John Jones like we just said here. But, yeah, it's coming in as the favorite. It's a heavyweight. Should be a coin flip. You know, Josh Parisian's not a bad play, especially by knockout either. Like 11 knockouts, knocked out Alan Badeau, who wasn't looking bad, but now he's 8-4, lost his last couple. So
I think the only reason why people are betting on Harris is just, like I said, the experience, the people he's fought, man.
Yeah, if I'm betting this one though, it's gonna be Walt Harris first round KO, or KO prop, knockout prop.
Probably for round 1, if anything. I mean, he's got 10 in round 1.
Yeah, first round prop. Or a knockout prop, either or, whatever has more value. I'll probably put a little sprinkle on that. Josh Parisian, though, knockout prop could be live. Might put a little sprinkle on that. We'll see on Friday, though.
It's not going the distance, though.
For a final pick on this one, though, stay tuned for Friday because the weigh-in could be very interesting and the face-off.
Yeah.
Walt Harris could look fat, out of shape, or he could look in shape, so that could change our pick up a little bit.
Yeah, that's a close one. Next up, we got Albert Dureya versus Jung Young Park. And this is another close one.
And it's priced a little close, too, so I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
This is a really close one, man, but I got to just decide with the underdog on this one, Albert Dureya. I mean, split decision with Chidi last time. Chidi is a killer. Crazy striker, man. Crazy kickboxer. Jung Young Park, he has really good wins, fought good competition, but I think his gas tank is a little weak. You saw that against Gregory Rodriguez. I got to go Dureyev. I think it's good price to go to $2, and he's fought good competition, so I'm going to go Albert.
Albert on the feet, though, 3 strikes a minute, 40% accuracy. Jun Park, 5 strikes a minute, 50% accuracy. And then on the ground, they both average 2 takedowns, but Dureyev has 30% accuracy. Jun Park, 50% accuracy. And then the takedown defense, it's 50% for Dureyev and 70% for Jun Park. I might go the other way here.
Yeah.
Jun Park, last 2 wins by submission. That rear naked choke's looking fucking tight. He's strangling guys. Dureyev's going to look to take this to the ground. You never know what can happen yet. You never know. He's a slight favorite here. Got to go with Jun Park for the early prediction show, man. Got to do it.
I guess the sub could even be live too.
It could be, but even 175, not bad value. I don't think Jun Park's going to get the knockout like Buckley against Albert Dureyev. Dureyev has a pretty good chin.
If he fucking went to decision with Chidi, he's not going to get knocked out by Park.
Dureyev doesn't have that great of a chin. He has 4 knockout losses, but Jun Park, you know, we haven't really seen the knockout too much in the UFC. He's 6-8 in the UFC, Jun Park, man. He's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to win this fight, decision, but submission prop. I know we were just talking about submission prop. Now I'm thinking decision, man. Like, holy fuck, man. I don't know.
Yeah, this one's close too, man.
It's close,
All
man.
these fights are kind of close. Like
Dureyev was never submitted, so could be a greasy decision win for the slight favorite here.
Yeah, very well could.
Takedowns, control time. And next up, we got the main event. Holly Holm, Mayra, Bueno Silva. Are we going Bueno Silva, the Bueno Barlow?
I don't know about you, but I'm going Bueno, man. I think she's wave hungrier, man. She's actually pretty good striking. Holly Holm, I know a lot of people like
good
her.
Striking.
What?
Good striking.
Well, yeah.
She has good submissions.
Well, good submissions.
Very
I think she's good all around, though, man.
She only has 1 knockout, 7 submissions, 2 decision wins, Bueno Silva. So I think it's a Hail Mary submission, if not Holly Holm.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know.
Let's hear it.
Holly Holm, but like I said, I just think she's getting too up there in age, man. I think Bueno Silva will have better cardio, and I think she'll be able to get this one done. Holly Holm, I don't think will have it has the power anymore, man. Honestly, at 41 years old, so I'm gonna go Bueno Silva.
Last time, Bueno Silva was the lock for me, I'm pretty sure, and I had a Bueno bar for her, everything like that. But in this one, Holly Holm, I think she's more experienced, former champ here, and she won her last number of fights by decision, last 4. She's gonna avoid the takedowns. Bueno Silva, who isn't very good at wrestling at all, man. She cannot get the takedowns. On the feet, it could be close, but Holly Holm, she's super technical. I think she's going to get this one done. She has a great striking defense. I think Holly Holm's the play for sure here. It's a Hail Mary submission for Bueno Silva, or it's a bust. Definitely a good single bet, though, by submission, Bueno Silva.
For sure. Next up, we're just going to say our locks and dogs of the week just to make sure everyone's got them. My lock of the week is going to be Melsik Baghdasaryan.
144, 7-2.
Yeah, very good striker.
Unreal striker. Who's the dog this week, Love?
The dog is going to be Ottman Azaitar. This is a great dog, I think. Hopefully he grows in value. I want to see it.
And my underdog is going to be Terrance McKinney. Might as well give it to you. I was pretty confident on him during the prediction. I threw on the tinfoil hat, so nothing's going to change. But Genaro Valdez, another underdog that could be live here.
Yeah.
For lock of the week, though, got to join the Discord because I'm not sure what I'm going to do for lock of the week. I might have 2 of them, might have 3 of them. We've done that before. Discord's free. We're going to post the locks, props, underdogs. We have a community chat going in there as well. And if you want to join Patreon, it's only $5 a month. It's the best way to support us. We really appreciate it. You get access to all of our bets, DraftKings lineups, platinum picks, forecast forensic, ton of great stuff in Patreon. And then you'll open up some channels in Discord as well. Like we said many times throughout the show, it's a sketchy card. There's 3 fighters that have been away for 2 years.
Yeah.
Probably, I think there's 10 fighters that have 2 fights or less in the UFC. Very tricky card to predict here. So hopefully we do pretty good. Hopefully we can snipe out some bets. But stay tuned for Friday because that's the most important show, the post-weigh-in face-off show. I appreciate the support.